Dilly dim dilly don.
Your knowledge.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Good Footy Podcast. I'm Nick Gears, with me as ever as the strong, beautiful, kind, handsome, smooth, eloquent co-host, Joshua Van Moozle.
Thank you. I am smooth, if nothing else. Just like my face.
Smooth operator.
People have likened my face to a baby's bottom. And not for the reasons you might think.
And that is in no way creepy.
No.
Whatsoever.
Nope, not at all.
Josh, I'm glad to be back. You know,
Yeah.
football was. Well, actually, no.
Look,
you know what?
we didn't actually take a week off.
I always take a week off. As a Chelsea supporter, this last week was particularly fucked. But
Yeah?
wow,
Can't imagine why.
putting it politely.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, we'll get to that in due time.
Will we?
Yes, we will.
Can't wait.
I feel like in the best interest of our listeners, we'll get over the drab first game of the week nice and quickly.
Oh, I mean, it was drab.
Yeah.
If nothing else. And need you should just call me Nostradamus tonight.
Should I?
Because I was on fire last week.
Should I?
With my predictions, I was on fire.
How many did you get out of 10?
Most.
Some? That's not a number.
I got a couple.
Yeah, okay. You probably got 3, just like every other week.
Yeah, well, also I just kind of like the name. Can you just call me that?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Not Nixtradamus.
Not our game of the week because it was 0-0.
As you predicted.
Correctly. Say it.
Fair. You got it right.
Thank you.
Good for you.
And I have that on tape.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You recorded
Liverpool versus Manchester United at
Anfield.
Whew,
As I mistakenly did not know last week.
I didn't pull you up on it. Neither did the Cato.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, you asked me where it was,
I'm
and
good.
you said Anfield.
I'm good.
Because I got it wrong. Anyway.
Well, that conversation was far more interesting than the game itself.
Yeah. Look,
Basically, Mourinho set out for a 0-0 draw and got it.
he parked the bus very efficiently, you might say.
Against a very vulnerable Liverpool side, it must be added.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only 2 talking points that I can think of, I mean, I only watched the first half of the game.
Well, and then you fell asleep?
Yeah. Legit.
Really?
Yeah, that was how bleak it was.
I didn't even do that.
I ended up looking at the stats. United didn't have a single shot in the second half.
Well, you didn't miss much then, apparently.
Anyway, so in the first half, the only 2 talking points I can think of is De Gea made a very nice reflex save with his foot from Emre Can,
Yeah, who
I
did
believe
that?
is his name.
It is.
And Lukaku had a one-on-one with about the only time United actually pressed forward and attacked.
Yep.
And he cooked it.
Yep.
Mignolet made a save. I don't want to say a good save because it was just a save.
I don't know what's more surprising, Lukaku missing a chance against a good team or Mignolet making a save.
Yeah, look, equally as surprising.
Is Lukaku a flat track bully and is that a problem?
It's only, well, to be fair, that's the only team that United have played that are in the top 6, and it wasn't really conducive to a performance of a lone striker.
You're right, you know, Stoke alone are a 17th.
Exactly.
What are the chances?
They are.
Quite good, I guess.
Slow. Yeah. Slim.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's definitely a confidence gain to be taken from a very porous back line that Liverpool fielded. I think they could definitely be the happier of the two with that game.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jurgen Klopp probably not too pleased about getting 1 point instead of 3, but
Yeah, true.
I would say Mourinho is happier with a point than Klopp is,
Always.
especially away from home.
Exactly.
Mourinho's
his MO.
game plan obviously was to get a point from that game. There was no intent to go and win the game.
Well, there was no
of their own volition.
Yeah, there's no attempt to potentially open themselves up a little bit. Because, I mean, Liverpool were very good going forwards.
Yeah. Next off the rank, we had Burnley 1-1 against West Ham at Turf Moor.
Yeah, West Ham were looking good for a long time until what, the 80... When did they get the red card?
27th minute.
Really?
Yeah, so Antonio scored a very sleek goal.
Yeah.
It was
a good goal.
Yeah.
Long ball from the keeper.
Yeah.
Great
Over the
assist.
top. Yeah. But yeah, Andy Carroll got 2 yellows in the space of 2 minutes.
That's quite the achievement.
For pretty much carbon copy fouls.
Did elbow someone on the head?
Yeah,
Oh,
both times.
Man, I'm good.
Yeah. So, yeah, 2 yellows. He was gone in the first half hour. Burnley missed a... Well, I say missed. Burnley should have had a penalty late in the first half.
Yep.
Referee waved the appeals away. Sean Deitch, a.k.a. Graveler, the man who sounds like he just has a gravel pit.
Not the Pokemon?
No, the Pokemon as well, but
Oh.
I feel like I feel like that's what Graveler would sound like.
Was this the joke that you wrote down?
No, that was later actually.
Oh,
yeah, is in mention. But yeah, so he brought on Goodmanson, who I presume is Icelandic.
I think I say if he's good.
Well, yeah, he was good.
His name's Johan Gudmundsson. He can't not be Icelandic.
Yeah, right? He has to be Icelandic. Yeah. So anyway, so he hit the woodwork after being on for about 15 minutes, and that was the first real chance that Burnley had. And then for the rest of the second half, with the one-man extra, they were knocking on West Ham's door for pretty much the entire game, until Chris Wood nodded home an equalising header in the 82nd minute, I believe it was.
Oh, it was there or thereabouts.
And then the game finished 1-1.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
Well, not much more to say about that. Yeah, he is Icelandic. Do you know what Gudmundsson's middle name is?
It did say it on there, but I can't remember. Please
Berg.
Berg.
Yeah.
Like B-E-R, like iceberg.
Yeah. B-E-R-G. Classic Berg.
From Iceland.
Next cat off the rank.
Crystal Palace versus Chelsea.
Oh!
Do you wanna please enlighten
No,
me?
I don't want to talk about it.
Look, I didn't watch the game, but I feel like
I did.
as an avid Chelsea supporter, you would have very intently watched the game. So I would love to hear your thoughts on how you managed to concede 2 goals to a team that haven't scored.
Oh, they've conceded plenty. They just haven't scored any in the league, and of course, it's against Chelsea. Where do I start? Literally every single player had their worst game ever for Chelsea at the same time.
Yeah.
Guess how many take-ons Hazard attempted?
0?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Bleak.
If that doesn't sum up our game, I don't know what will.
Yeah, look, I would...
Their first goal was extremely fortunate with Johan Kabai's
I'd like to draw
shot.
attention to the own goal.
Yeah, that bounced off Azpilicueta and wrong-footed Courtois.
Yeah.
Which is BS.
I like that it took an own goal from the opposition to get Palace rolling.
Yeah.
Their
Bakayoko's
first goal of the season is an own goal.
Yeah. Bakayolo's goal was fine, well worked. And
Yeah,
then,
there was about 5 minutes later?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't in front for very long.
No, and then
And the rest of the half was
Zaha
pretty
turned
great.
up. To be fair to Crystal Palace, Zaha's their best player and he's been injured all year.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
helps.
I mean, he makes a difference.
Obviously.
Having him and Townsend up top made a big difference for them.
Anyway, can we move on? It just makes me so sad. I literally didn't want to do this podcast this week because we lost. To Palace.
Yeah, would you say manager of the week, Roy Hodgson? Yeah, you would? Okay, cool. Swansea 2, Huddersfield 0. As I'll cast your mind back to predictions at the end of last week.
Please.
K-Dog correctly predicting Swansea to win.
Yeah, 2-0?
Both of us incorrectly predicting not that result.
Well, you can't be right 100% of the
Look,
time.
he didn't pick two. I don't think we asked him for a score.
No, he
but
probably
said that they would
he
win.
wouldn't have given us one either.
No. Typical Massa.
It's typical Masso.
Yeah, so I mean, Swansea's first goal was basically a gift. Silver platter.
The keeper rolled it out.
Yeah, Lossell gifted the ball to Tammy Abraham, who very deftly finished.
He threw it to the wrong... He threw it to
He threw it in between two of his defenders.
Yeah. The Swans player picked it up and then passed it to Tammy Abraham and finished into an empty net.
Right.
That's his... Oh, no, sorry.
That was his third goal.
Sorry, yeah, then he scored... He's got their second as well.
Yeah. So his second goal came just after the half-time break, which pretty much put any hopes of Huddersfield getting a point to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was battled with Chelsea Loanese. I mean, Tammy Abraham, obviously...
Well, who have Huddersfield got?
Isaiah Brown.
Who?
Did I stutter?
You didn't, but I still don't know who he is.
Isaiah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the guy personally. His nickname's Izzy
Right, okay.
Brown.
Cool.
Anyway, Tammy Abraham, that's his fifth league goal. Fourth? No, sorry.
I think fourth.
I think fourth in 5 games.
That's not bad.
Brilliant for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old.
Decent. Spurs finally breaking their
Wembley Hoodoo!
That's right.
Does that mean you can stop saying Wembley Hoodoo now?
Wembley Showdown. It does.
Oh.
There will be no more Wembley Showdowns. Except this week, to be fair, they are playing Liverpool at Wembley, so maybe another showdown in the wings. But anyway, Bournemouth spurned 2 good chances in the first half before...
Spurned 2 good chances against
Yeah.
Spurs.
Did you like that?
No.
Come on! I didn't even do that on purpose.
Oh, yeah, it's just written down in front of you.
Logics, yeah, I definitely did it on purpose.
You're
Anyway,
a flog.
so, I mean, it was 0-0 at halftime. Ericsson scored pretty much straight after reset. I think it was 70-odd seconds.
Yeah, again, good rushing...
Fantastic goal.
Yeah, good rushing play by
Shocking
Spurs.
defending.
Yeah, they got a fortunate deflection, but I mean, it was bound to happen sooner or later.
Pathetic challenge. The guy fell over in front of him, and then Ericsson just side-footed the ball into the back of the net.
Classic Ericsson.
Yeah, the man knows how to score a goal. But yeah, I mean, Spurs could have easily finished that game 2 or 3 up.
Yeah, exactly. But
Harry Kane had a one-on-one that he cooked,
Really?
and Spurs had basically a 4-on-1 that they also cooked
Interesting.
with about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think, well, you know what, given that they played Real Madrid at Madrid
Yeah,
during the week,
and got a point.
and drew a very, very, very respectable 1-1 draw, they would, a 1-0 win is
I'd say,
perfect.
well, I mean, 3 points is 3 points. They'll take it.
Right.
Despite the fact that it's against Bournemouth, who were in the relegation zone. But anyway.
Yeah, well, someone's got to be. Despite it's not Chelsea.
The next game, Watford-Arsenal.
Surprisingly, not our match of the week, despite me begging it be game of the week, not
Look,
Crystal Palace.
I mean, especially considering I am a huge Watford man these days.
You're a what?
Watford man.
Watford man, are you?
Watford man, yep. I don't even know where Watford is, but they got Richarlison.
It's in England.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Till. There you go.
There you go.
Thought it was in Germany.
Really?
Who knew?
Or Wales?
Who?
Like
Nah,
Swansea?
mate. No, I knew it wasn't. I knew. Come on, mate. I'm not that stupid.
Fuck you.
I'm pretty stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Anyway, so Mertesacker put Arsenal up just before halftime.
That was his first start in quite some time.
First start in I think 18 months, I believe.
Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus. We'll get to him later.
Oh, we will.
So then Arsenal was up 1-0 for the majority of, well, I say majority of the game, for the next 25 or so minutes of the second half.
Yeah, until the 70th.
Yeah.
They were up for roughly 32 minutes.
Yeah. And then Troy Deeney stepped up and took a
Penalty or not,
penalty. I think it was.
you think Richarlison...
My name is not Arsene Wenger, and Richarlison is my boy.
He is your boy.
So I'm not going to say he's diving. But I don't think he dived.
Do you think that's a foul anywhere else in the field?
Yes. I reckon, I mean, obviously it depends on your referee.
Obviously.
50% of them are going to get given, 50% are not.
Yeah.
It just was one of those...
It was the definition of the cliche, soft, but I've seen them given.
Yeah.
And not just Shay given, but definitely given.
Yeah. 100% given. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Denny converted the pen.
Fun fact, Richarlison was, I think, the first person to get taken to the match review panel for diving.
Really?
Yeah. And they said, no
And
worries.
They said no.
Yeah.
Good.
So I thought that was interesting.
I didn't know that. There you go. And then last minute, I think the 91st minute, Tom Cleverley, aka TC23.
23!
I'm so sad he doesn't wear number 23 anymore.
Heartbreaking.
It's terrible.
Such a good nickname.
So it just rolls off the tongue.
Right?
Anyway, so he scored in stoppage time. He was getting man marked. I say man marked. He was getting marked. He's a man, and he was getting marked by Granit Xhaka.
Yeah, but he was also 10 metres behind him.
He wasn't that far behind him.
3 or 4.
Couple.
He wasn't man-marked.
He was on the edge of the box, and Tom Cleverley was just inside the box.
He was not on the edge of the box.
He was the closest Arsenal player to him.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Sure.
And yeah, so replay shows that Xhaka, while the ball was getting bounced around the 18-yard box, was picking his nose on the edge of the box instead of marking Tom Cleverley, who subsequently scored the winning goal. You could say that Xhaka did not pick a winner.
Oh.
If you will. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. I am here literally forever. So you're welcome.
Oh.
Next game, Brighton v Everton. 1-1 draw. Deadlock was...
That was so shit.
so bad that it was good. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
mate.
Mate, you have...
That joke
no
alone has made me have a whole scale review to everything I'm doing with my life.
Good. I'm glad.
Brighton.
I like to make a difference.
Oh, you're definitely noteworthy. That's
Making
for sure.
a difference. Yeah. So
You're killing me.
Anyway, Brighton scored first through I don't remember what his first name is, but Knockout.
I think it's Anthony.
Is it? He has a good surname. I don't even care what his first name is. Knockout scored.
What nationality is he?
Oh God. Do you know?
Yeah,
Oh.
I wouldn't ask the question otherwise.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, I would, but I'd lie.
I don't know. Maybe who has AE straight up? I don't know. Maybe somebody like.
Do you think he's Icelandic?
Nah. Maybe like Central European.
That's not a country.
Oh, I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. Maybe fucking. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I got that wrong. Okay, never
Did
mind.
you?
Yeah, no, he's French.
Is he?
Yeah, I thought he was Irish.
Yeah, 100% would.
But I thought
that. Yeah.
Don't know why I thought he was Irish.
Anyway, so Knockout scored. The ball was
Fortunate goal, but their first
reminiscent of a ping pong table,
It was I'm using the term
pinball table even.
I'm not using that term. I'm using the term FIFA goal.
Right.
In that it was just absurd. To be fair, Brighton should have scored first. They
did.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. They should have scored. Their first
already.
shot should have scored in this sequence. It was a nice cut back to the centre of the goals. There, I don't recall which way. He one timed it straight into the defender, the only defender on the line. Bounced out.
I think it was Pascal Gross.
Oh, Gross is back from his suspension.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
And then Knocker fell to him and then kicked it as hard as he could.
Yeah, good finish.
Great finish.
Got it in the back of the net. That's what they had. That's the end of the game.
Right.
The only other real talking point of that game was down the other end of the pitch, 5 minutes from end of time, penalty awarded to Everton for a cynical, if you will,
Yeah, he
foul on
fully
Calvert-Lewin.
He fully just elbows him in the head.
Bruno is the oldest player in the Premier League.
Is he,
this year.
including goalkeepers?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Legit. Yeah, he's the oldest player in the Premier League this year. Which makes him like prehistoric.
So what you're telling me is I've still got time.
Yeah, you do.
Perfect.
You could be in there. You could be elbowing people in the head.
I don't think I could reach their head. Unless someone signs Icardi or I'm lined up against Kante, I don't think I'm going to be able to reach any of their heads.
Yeah, so I mean, Bruno elbows Calvert-Lewin during open play after a free kick from Everton. Penalties awarded. Rooney scores, then gets immediately dragged to the bench.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It was like the 91st minute.
oh yeah, just be time wasting.
Yeah. So the game ended 1-1.
That is a fascinating. What's the word? Starts with recount of events. That was
I thought you were
fascinating.
going to say rendition. There you go.
Look, that was good too. Ronald Koeman, is he in trouble?
I don't think so.
You don't?
I don't think so. I mean, yes, but no. I think if he was going to get sacked...
What kind of answer is that?
If he was going to get sacked, I think he would have been sacked already.
You don't really?
On this run of results. Yeah, I mean, mate, they're sitting in 16th or something.
That's
They're equal points with 17th and 15th. Like, there's 3 teams on 8 points, which are 1 point out of the drop zone.
It's not great, is it?
Considering the amount of money they spent, you would like to think that they would be slightly higher.
Between 5th and or 6th.
Well, yeah, look. They're no Chelsea.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. No, Everton are 16th, yeah.
Yeah. They're equal points with 17th and 15th. Right? They're on 8 points.
I'm 13th, if you're going to put it like that.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, there 4 teams on 8. How many teams are on 8?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5.
5. There you go. Well.
Crazy times ahead.
Interesting.
That is a fun fact.
You know what? I don't really care.
Cool.
Southampton v Newcastle. Master v Apprentice.
Yeah? How so?
Because Mauricio Pellegrino got his first coaching job under Rafa Benitez.
As?
Presumably as an assistant coach.
Interesting.
I don't think he was a ball boy.
Could have been.
If you're putting it that way.
Is that a coaching role?
No.
Then...
Yeah, no, it's not. Anyway,
Right.
irrelevant.
Correct.
Southampton Newcastle drew 2-2.
They did. Correct.
Points to mention. John Joe Shelby,
Voldemort.
aka Lord Voldemort himself, played with a broken finger.
Yep. Did he get stretched off like David Beckham?
No,
he played. So
no, because the game. Yeah, he started the game with it already broken.
Do you do it in the warm up?
No, he did it actually during midweek scuffle at a training ground exercise. He was playing
football.
No, well, I was going to say he was playing mediator between Jamal Lascelles and Mo Diame, who were having a bit of a scuffle.
And broke his finger.
And in the resulting scuffle of him trying to break the two of them up, he's broken his own finger.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I mean, amusing for us.
Mm.
The game itself...
Not so amusing?
Look, it was actually it was quite exciting. I mean, like, mate, look, I was gone on the back of Liverpool United, which was about as boring as you can
Jesus.
get. So, a 2-2 draw was good for me. So... Isaac Hayden scored for Newcastle.
Yep.
After some pretty lazy defending from Southampton.
Sure.
And then Gabbiadini, Manolo Gabbiadini, Mr. Italy extraordinaire.
Yeah, well, Mr. January last year. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 8 goals in...
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was like his first 8 games. He was on fire.
Decent. So I mean, Gabbiadini scored his first goal for the season.
And what a goal as well.
Decent. Yeah. I mean, he picks up the ball from a long, hopeful.
Oh yeah,
hopeful
very
through
hopeful.
ball, lofted. Gabbiadini controls it quite well. It looks like he's gone a bit too wide with his first touch.
Hasn't.
It looked like he had gone too wide.
Oh, never mind.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
And wasn't.
The build-up. So, he turned his defender, whoever it was.
One of them.
And... it looked like he was going to pass the ball to another player, but he curled his foot around it and reversed it into the bottom corner. Thanks for coming near post.
You are really painting a picture.
Look, I've been called the Michelangelo of my generation.
Who told you that?
A BuzzFeed article.
Oh, bleak. That you wrote yourself?
Yeah.
I wrote it.
Could you imagine? I don't have the time or patience to write BuzzFeed articles. Anyway, so Gabbiadini scored, so it was back to 1-1. Jose Perez also on the score sheet. Also his first goal of the season.
Was
for
it?
Newcastle. Yep.
I feel like he scored every week for them. Lascelles.
No.
How do I get
curiously, Lascelles is now equal top goal scorer for Newcastle with Joselu, their actual striker.
Yeah.
Both on 2 goals.
Cheeky.
So Perez scored 1. I think it was about 90 seconds after Gabbiadini equalised.
Yeah, hectic.
So Southampton probably not feeling fantastic.
Definitely not.
But yeah, I mean, shortly after, about 10 minutes after that, DeAndre Yedlin, the hunted, has become the hunter, if you will.
I'm not going to ask you to explain that.
Well, because 2 weeks ago he got stamped on by that guy from Brighton.
Oh, Gross?
No, the other dude, Hemed. Tomo Hemed.
He stamped the shit out of him too.
Right? Yeah. So he stamped on Yedlin 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And now Yedlin has gone in for the Carl Henry reducer on Nathan Redmond.
That's it. Look,
Studs up challenge. He was already on a yellow.
And that's what guts me, is that in no world is that not... It's a straight red 100% of the day.
The fact that he got nothing for it.
And as a Chelsea fan, when we've got we've got a lot of very fair red cards. It just guts me that DeAndre Yedlin, ex-Spurs player, and no Spurs player got a red card this year. It's ridiculous.
Chelsea have already got 3 reds this season.
Yeah. Every single one warranted. No dramas with it. But
you ain't going to be winning.
You got to have consistency. Like how Tottenham didn't have 2 red cards in their game against Chelsea was absurd. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I mean, I am, but here we are.
Moving swiftly along. Shane Long draws a foul late in the second half. Inside the penalty box. Penalty is awarded.
Do you mean he won a penalty?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you say that?
That's just the... you just did the TLDR version. I'm just building suspense. I'm all about creating atmosphere.
We are on a timed budget here, Joshua.
Are we?
Yes.
The only time budget I have is the amount of time that I can put up with your shit.
Exactly. And you are swiftly running out of
running low.
Exactly. Hurry it up.
So, Gabbiadini steps up, takes a pen, puts it top right. I couldn't do it in FIFA. That's fucking hard. That's a good pen.
I don't know. Look, it is what it is.
I suck at penalties in FIFA.
You do. You're not very good at a lot of things in FIFA, are you, Josh?
No.
No.
I don't want to talk about it.
I think the most interesting thing about that game, though, is the fact that Newcastle are now up for sale.
Yeah.
Not as a result of that game. I mean, we can't draw conclusions, but they're definitely up for sale because of that game.
100%. Yeah, guaranteed. That's obviously why.
I'm not loath to use this term, but I quite like it. The sleeping giant.
Uh-huh.
Because, I mean...
if they get bought by some oil magnate, aka like what happened to Wolves...
Hypothetically, could be Russian.
Or, mate...
Could be a Middle Eastern royal family. Who knows?
Doesn't matter.
Not really.
So it doesn't matter where the money comes
Some
from.
oil-rich tycoon.
As long as they let Rafa buy somebody in the summer.
Because they're like St James has got a massive, not St James, sorry, Newcastle's got a massive support base. St James can fit like 65,000,
63,000, yeah.
right, people. Which
That's
is
like 5th or 6th biggest stadium in England.
it is, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
It's like they're very much a sleeping giant of the league,
yeah.
and I can't see anyone. I mean, depending on what Mike actually wants for the club, it would honestly be difficult to lose money from that sale.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, mate. Absolutely.
That purchase, rather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Onwards and upwards.
Right,
For Newcastle. Now that Rafa's in charge. Moving on to the final game of the week. Before we get to the game of the week.
Yeah, our penultimate game of the week.
Leicester v West Bromwich Albion.
Now, this game drew 1-1, but it had some consequences. Talk me through the game first, Josh.
So, both games.
Both games.
Both teams winless since game week 2.
That's hectic.
That's 5 games for those of you playing at home.
You have got an engineering degree.
I know. I can count.
I can barely tell.
All the way to 7.
You are incredible.
You have no idea. Didn't even need to calculate that time.
But you used one anyway.
Yeah, so, I mean, Leicester spent a few golden chances throughout the game. Most of all, Mahrez.
Oh, I thought you said mostly Mahrez.
No,
I
not
was like,
Mahrez,
yeah, well,
no.
yeah, he didn't do great.
No, Mahrez received a really nice square from Michael Brighton, of all players, after a good 1-2 with Jamie Vardy on the edge of the box. And on his left foot.
Preferred foot?
Yep.
Only foot?
6 yards out, and he hoofed it.
Skied it.
Yes.
Classic.
Yep. Straight over the bar. That opened the door for West Brom to have what I would only describe as the best free kick of the week.
I think it was the only free kick goal of the weekend.
Can also be the best then.
Look, it probably is
Very
also
easily.
the worst.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Anyway, moments later.
So Nasa Chadley, back from injury, first game back for West Brom this season. Ex-Spurs player also.
He is ex-Spurs, correct. He's also Belgian.
Yeah, he's also...
Of course he can. Oh yeah, is that why you're about to spell me about how good his free kick is?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, he scored a wonder strike. That's what I got
It was
written
probably
down right
30
here.
yards out.
I'd say 30 yards.
And just buries it top corner.
Yeah.
Over the wall.
He leaves Schmeichel wrong-footed.
Well,
Leaves it
Schmeichel
for
wrong
dead.
foots himself.
Well, as a result of a good free kick.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Let's not dig on Schmeichel too much.
Fuck him.
He's alright. And then Mahrez making up for his earlier mistake, equalised and salvaged a point for
Chest
Leicester.
down, a ball.
Great first touch on the chest.
Chest down, splits about 3 defenders, and then just kicks
And
it
then
as hard as
knocks,
he can.
yeah, on the half volley with his left foot.
Weird.
Surprise, surprise.
That's only his first goal of the season, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed.
That's unbelievable.
That's what they were saying, like that first goal that he missed in their title winning season, he's knocking them in every
Oh,
day. He's knocking
absolutely.
them in every week.
Absolutely. And that's the difference.
I mean,
and that's why
it's
they're
a-
in 18th.
Yeah, they're out of form.
They're in the relegation zone, exactly. Well, you can't not you can't not win a game since game week 2
Yeah.
and be in
In
form.
form, yeah.
Unless that form is drawing.
Yeah.
In which case,
Unless
awesome.
that form is not getting points.
Yeah, and as a result, the Leicester manager, Craig Shakespeare, Gonski.
Yes. He lasted 4 months.
4 months as a full-time manager
Mm.
after taking them to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Not quite Frank de Boer, but
Well, yes.
Still not
That's
great.
true.
Yeah, I think he ended up he went on a winless streak as long as Ranieri's was
6
before
games.
he got sacked. Yeah,
6 games, winless streak, then got sacked.
so that's the magic number.
Although I think Ranieri only had them in 17th. I don't think they're in the relegation zone yet.
Wow,
Right.
there's only one way
But
up for them now.
hectic. To be fair, I feel for him. I mean, he obviously hadn't adequately replaced his central midfield.
Yeah,
Had both Kante and Drinkwater
he had his central
Sold.
midfield ripped out.
completely gone.
Yeah, the spine of his team.
Spent the bulk of their funds on
Iheanacho.
strikers such as Iheanacho,
Slimani.
That's pretty much it,
Was there
actually.
any- I was going to say, was there any?
But in a team that plays 4-4-2 like they do,
They got Harry Maguire as well. Did they buy him, or was he?
I'm
Where's
not
he from?
sure.
He's quite good.
He is. But the problem is, Okazaki and Vardy work really well as a pair.
Yeah, Iheanacho and Vardy do not.
No. Another Slimani
Iheanacho
and Vardy.
had no shots the entire game.
Yeah.
He was on for 74 minutes.
Jeez.
Playing as, according to the formation thing, he was playing as a number 10 behind Vardy.
Yeah. So playing
But
as a second striker,
still.
but still.
No, he didn't register a single shot on target.
Yeah.
Or off target.
And
for
against
that
West
matter.
Brom as well, you'd expect that.
Yeah.
Given he cost them a fair wage, like
Let's be-
£25 million for a 20-year-old or something, it's fair coin, even in the cash-rich era that we're currently in.
dollar bills.
Right, and
Well,
now... Do you want to do it? Do you want me to say it?
Please, by all means, I feel like I've done most of the introduction.
That's because I've done very little prep. Our match of the week is... Drum roll, please.
You probably guessed it by literally the only game that we haven't talked about yet.
Well, yeah, the process of elimination, it'll get you. Manchester City versus Stoke. True to my word, Liverpool-Manchester United was not the game of the week because...
They drew 0-0.
Right.
What do you know? Evidently enough.
Yeah, quite a bit. So, Manchester City turning it on, scoring more than...
7.
Yeah.
Again.
Just...
I say again, they scored 7. They haven't scored 7 again. This is the first time.
Is it? Although, how many? They've
Yes,
scored 4, 5,
They've scored
6.
4, 5, 6, 7. They've scored 5 a couple times as well.
Yeah.
And 4 a couple times.
Amazing.
They've scored 29 goals
Mm.
in 7 games.
Yeah. They've conceded 12.
8.
Oh, there you go.
8. That's absurd.
Unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
I guess that's kind of what happens when you spend £400 million on players over 1 year.
Yeah. That'll do it.
What is
Especially when a couple of them are not even playing.
Yeah, well, here we are.
You know,
What can you say? I mean, City raced to a 3-0 win, to a 3-0 lead, sorry.
yeah. Stoke pulled one back before half time, so they went into the break 3-1.
Yep. Stoke somehow dragged it back 3-2. Again, City...
Very flattering, I think. Their scoreline at 3-2 flattered Stoke immensely.
Absolutely, but that's why we love football. It's not always the best team that wins.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the team that gets the most passes that wins.
True. As you always say to me in FIFA, Nick, possession is not the most important stat. It is how many goals you get.
Actually, I think I'm the first person to always point out possession.
Yeah,
but-
until you get less possession and you still win.
Yeah.
And then you talk
Where there's a
about...
will, there's a way, bitch.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So, I mean, City... There's only one way you can describe that game. It's total and utter domination.
Yeah.
Like, they... Going forward, they had everything that you asked for in a team.
They were scintillating,
Yeah. They're unstoppable. Like...
evidently. Did you see, well, you may not have seen Kurt Zuma, another Chelsea loanee, centre-back, literally cried on the field after the game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Was just standing there crying.
Wouldn't you?
Well, probably not.
I
I don't know.
Get dicked by City 7-2. Yeah, look, if there's any team that's going to do it to you this year, it's probably going to be City.
Oh, yeah. They're the only team that's going to do... Or maybe Tottenham on a good day.
Yeah, or Liverpool. If they... Liverpool could score 7.
They'd concede 8, though.
They'd probably concede, 5 or 6 as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was incredible. And I mean, that was with Aguero on the bench as well. Still recovering
Was
from
he
his
on the
broken
bench,
rib.
was he?
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Oh,
He was
okay.
recovering from his broken ribs still. 'Cause
I didn't
he's-
realise he was even named.
Well, he's been back training.
Right.
But obviously when you're...
Broke a couple ribs.
Well, when you're
Couple
also
weeks-
playing
2
Stoke
weeks
and
ago?
very well aware that you can put 7 past
I was
them.
going to say, especially when your team is 3-0 up at half or 3-1 up at half time, you're probably like, look, I'm not going to risk it.
No.
Don't need it.
Gabriel Jesus leading the line.
Scored 2.
Yep.
Decent.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yep.
Um,
Who are the goal scorers? Him with 2.
Oh my God.
Sterling.
Sterling got 2.
Yep.
Silva got 1. B Silva got 1.
Yep. DB Silva got 2.
What did I say? So Bernardo Silva got 1. David Silva got 1. Sterling got 2. Jesus got 2. Who's got the other?
Fernandinho.
Yes, of course.
Oh, buddy.
How could I forget?
What a goal. But we'll get onto that later.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, I mean, seven goals. What more is there to
Well,
say?
you can't say a lot, to be honest. You're like, look, at 3-1 at half-time, you're like, oh, it's not too bad. And then clearly got 3-2, and then City just went, is that... Okay, cute.
It's like, you guys think you're going to win? No.
You're going to go forwards?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do it.
Let's turn you around and make you go backwards.
I think this leads us on nice... Oh, no, not really.
What, to goal of the week?
We could do goal of the week, sure. Oh, yeah, no, this does lead us nicely onto our, on our new segment.
Goal
of the week.
Of the week. I'm going to get a little title sequence, I reckon, for goal of the week. I reckon
think?
we should do a little bit of a jingle.
Diddle-doo.
Maybe not that.
Diddle-doo.
I might get some sounds from Starbound or some shit.
Diddle-doo. Goal of the week. Diddle-doo.
Please stop making that noise.
Diddle-doo.
So, for goal of the week this week,
Who is your nomination, Josh?
I have selected Fernandinho's goal.
What?
The 5th goal of Manchester City's 7-2 rort.
It was nothing short of incredible.
It was a right-footed thunderbolt from about 30 yards out. Probably pretty close to where Chadley scored his free kick from.
Yeah.
I
No,
would
it
say.
was...
It
was my favourite kind of long-range shot in that it was still on the up when it hit the back of the net. It hit the underside of the crossbar.
Yeah, it's one of those goals where you're like... You're going to score 1 in 100 of those.
Even if the keeper's standing underneath it, I don't think he's
You're
going to
probably not going to stop it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he does and has a broken wrist.
I was going to say, you just...
help.
Yeah. Yeah, like that kid that Wayne Rooney broke his wrist after kicking the ball so hard at him.
Yeah, classic. Win a warm-up nonetheless.
Yeah.
So amusing.
Sorry, pal. You
Sorry.
egg.
Sorry, mate.
You egg.
You... Shut up, you egg. Would you like to know who my goal of the week?
Please, I'm interested to see who is your goal of the week.
I opted for Manchester City, however, it was not that one. I opted for their second goal, Sterling's goal.
Which one?
His first, their second goal.
Right. Okay. Please explain.
The reasoning behind that, it was a tap in from an open goal tap in.
Mm-hmm.
But
notoriously difficult to score.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Josh.
That's right.
Words to live by.
That's why I never score.
Right. So my reasoning is 100% up down to the assist to the assist.
Mm-hmm.
Let me run it, player. Sane picks it up wide, passes to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne takes it on his right foot, looks to continue play to the right side, shift play. Meanwhile, does a no-look pass, splits 2 defenders onto Sane's run, who's beaten the offside trap. No one's tracked him. Who's then passed it around the keeper to Sterling, who's one-timed it into the back of the net.
Yeah, it's one of those goals that you get scored against in FIFA, and it's one of the ones where you look at the person you're playing against and you're like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
I hate you. No, Kevin De Bruyne's goal, that pass, I've watched probably 30 times, honestly.
It's so good.
But and so the reason I watched it so many times, I'm like, all right, I'm curious.
Did you go that alternate angles as well?
I did.
Cool. Okay, just checking.
I did lol.
360 degree view.
Sacrificed a goat to Satan. Had to find out the answers. Now I smell like blood goat. Goat blood, not blood goat. That's
Blood
also
goat.
something I smell like. That's another longer story, not for the podcast. He doesn't look up at Sane's run once. Not once.
God forbid he uses his ears. And Sane said...
Oh yeah, he can hear in a packed stadium Sane's feet moving, and no one else, nothing
Sane
else.
also has a voice. Like, pass me the ball.
But no, he didn't call for it.
Didn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. He passed,
He just
and his
knew.
natural momentum kept him going. Then obviously continued, and Kevin De Bruyne. And so look,
instinctively.
it's one of 3 things. Either that's a practice play, in which
Possibly.
what? It could be, but knowing Pep's philosophy with football,
He's real free flowing.
Free flowing. His philosophy is, I get you to the final third, and then you guys express yourselves.
You do the magic.
Right. The players, I trust the players, and I have certain systems getting to that point, but then you allow the individuals...
Show some flair.
To be, and be creative. And generally, forward players in Pep systems are very creative, flair players.
Yeah.
So, it's Possibly that. Could be coached into him. Don't think it's likely.
Potential.
Sane and Kevin De Bruyne just have an incredible understanding
Also probable.
with each other. But, they've been playing together 14 months at this point.
Yeah.
That's a long time, but to develop that kind of understanding from that kind of positioning...
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty quick.
That's a long
yeah, pretty
or,
quick thinking.
Kevin De Bruyne's just a fucking genius. It's probably 2 and 3, to be honest.
A bit of column A, bit of column B.
Honestly, it's
It's a spectacular goal.
amazing.
Yeah.
And not for the goal of itself, so I definitely cheated.
Next,
Don't care.
cab off the rank.
Player of the week?
Another new section
Yeah.
in the podcast.
Nice segue. Well done,
Player
Josh.
of the week.
Player.
Who is your nominee?
Nominee? Or
Well, like who's
Winner.
your player elect?
player of the week was Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay,
100%.
you've already spoken enough about him for today.
He got 2 assists and probably 3 assists to the assisters. His second assist for that, or one of his assists for that goal.
I've heard enough about Kevin. De Bruyne.
And this is coming from a Chelsea fan. He's an ex-Chelsea player.
Yeah.
And it guts me he doesn't currently play for my team, but he is so good. And he showed that again midweek against Napoli. He is so unbelievable.
He's next level.
He's in the best form in the league. And that's that's a league with guys like Morata scoring 7 goals in 7 games.
And Lukaku scoring 8.
Right, and Lukaku's putting him in as well.
Yeah.
It's Kevin De Bruyne is hands down the best player in the league at the moment.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
best forward.
Yeah.
Best forward player.
Yeah. I would say that in terms of goal scoring
Oh,
potential.
Forward contribution.
Yeah, that's probably a better accurate.
I mean,
more accurate way to say.
Look, probably can't defend for shit, but when you're so good at forward, being
But
forward,
you don't need to because
Right.
you've got a good defense behind you.
good, correct.
Not like Liverpool. So
Hey, Adrian Newell, your player of the week, Josh.
Manolo Gabbiadini.
Ooh, strong choice. Why?
Yeah, so he scored a brace for
He
Southampton, which enabled them to salvage a point from their game against Newcastle.
Yep.
He scored the first goals at St Mary's for Southampton in 8 games.
No shit.
Southampton had gone 8 games at home without scoring a goal. So, I mean, for him to break the dead, I mean, they were his first 2 goals of the season as well.
Right, so he's comfortable
for him to break the deadlock was, I think, paramount to their success in that. Yeah, I mean, so
No shit.
without him, they get 0 points and they're stuck in. Well,
11th.
they were 11th. I imagine they would have potentially dropped further, but with the point that they got, Newcastle stayed in 9th and they moved up into 10th.
Heady times, ahoy for Southampton.
Yeah, top half of the table.
To be fair, that is a massive achievement for a club of that size.
Yeah, I mean, like Southampton when they you would say lofty heights when they were 6th or 7th last year.
Yeah. Oh, they've been higher undoubtedly, but for a club of their size, I think
A selling club,
Right.
If you ask most people.
anyone.
Yeah.
They are, for a club of that size to sell so many players. Look at Leicester.
Yeah.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah, I mean, you sell your 2 midfielders and you're up shit creek.
Weird, huh?
Who knew?
What are the chances?
Who knew? That leads us to our final segment. Match previews.
Oh, buddy. Who are
Oh,
Chelsea
yes.
going to shit the bed against this week, Josh?
They are going to shit the bed against Watford. At Old Trafford, at Stamford Bridge.
Certainly hope it's not at Old Trafford, because that would be a very strange game.
So Chelsea play Watford at Stamford Bridge this week.
What do you think?
I've gone for a 1-1 draw.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think, honestly, in the form that Chelsea are in right now, they'd be happy with a point. And
No, they wouldn't.
a travelling Watford will be happy with a point also.
Any team in the world would be happy with a point at Stamford Bridge.
That being said, they did just beat Arsenal, who are playing diabolically at the moment.
They're actually not, to be completely honest.
I know, I like saying that just to make them feel bad.
You're a piece of shit.
They actually take more shots per game than.
Oh, yeah, because that's the relevant statistic, not points gained. Well, good to know, Josh.
Hey, to be fair, they're below you, so
Yeah, everyone's beneath us, Josh.
excuse me.
Everyone is beneath
All
us.
right, Watford are above you.
Chelsea FC, irrelevant.
Mate, it's 4th versus 5th. This could be game of the week.
It could be game of the week.
Actually, no, it's probably going to be Spurs versus Newcastle, but that's Spurs versus Liverpool even.
Yeah, that's definitely going to week.
Anyway,
It's
so
Spurs 2 weeks in a row.
who do you think you think Chelsea are going to win? or lose?
It depends how many of their players were injured mid last night in the Champions League game.
That doesn't answer my question.
I think Chelsea will win.
Okay. West Ham v Brighton at West Ham.
I think West Ham.
I've gone West Ham to win 1-0. History suggests West Ham will get the job done.
Get the biscuits.
Yeah, I don't think Brighton have beaten West Ham. I want to.
Have they ever played each other before?
They have. I did a bit of research, and the last 5 times they've played Brighton have not won.
What, in 1901, 1902, and 1903?
Yeah, look, I didn't look at the dates.
Oh, well, fuck. Very useful.
Hey, look, if it
information
was on the
there.
internet, I can't imagine it was, that prehistoric. Oh, look, all my kidding.
What kind of question's that?
Is backdating. Anyway, Stoke v Bournemouth.
That could be the stupidest thing you've ever said.
That's not true. I said Tim Cahill's head was convex last week.
Oh, you did say
concave.
that. You said it was concave.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
True.
Stoke v Bournemouth. At Stoke.
Man, but Stoke, Stoke are 18th at the moment.
No, Bournemouth 18th.
Sorry, no, Bournemouth are 19th, Stoke is 17th. That's, yeah, okay, it's Stoke.
So, Stoke currently sit 1 point clear of the drop zone. Bournemouth currently 1 point clear of the bottom of the table. So, surely, obviously both teams looking for 3 points every week, but you would expect Stoke to pile the pressure on Bournemouth and get the win.
I can't see any result. I think Stoke will win. I think it'll be a 1-0, 2-0 drab affair.
I know they just got pantsed by City away from home.
Join the club.
Yeah, look at what happened to Watford. They got dicked 6-0 and then
Beat Arsenal
they've
next
come
week.
back and beat Arsenal 2-1.
Right.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'd say Stoke to get the win. Swansea Leicester at Swansalona
I
Stadium.
think Tammy Abraham does the business here. I think they get up.
You reckon Swansea win?
Yep.
Interesting. Even with Leicester having a new manager.
Yeah, and he's
Intermittent
terrifying as
He
well.
looks like he just came out of Metros on a Friday night.
100%.
Yeah. I don't remember what his name is. Anyway. I think Leicester win.
Yeah?
Yep. I reckon they snatch the 3 points.
Snatch the biscuits.
3 points for Leicester. I reckon it'll be 2-1.
Interesting. I'm not going to give you a score.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're just going to say Swansea win.
I just said Tammy Abraham to score and win.
Okay.
I think that's more...
Tammy Abraham to win. Swansea to lose.
Tammy Abraham FC. I think that's a ballsier bet.
Yeah. Abraham to score.
Yep.
Go on
and
then.
Swansea to win.
You say that then. Abraham to score. Huddersfield v Manchester United. At Huddersfield.
It's got to be Manchester United.
Does it?
Well, it doesn't have to be, but it probably will be.
It's almost... Yeah, I would say it definitely will be.
Definitely.
They're not playing Liverpool this week, so
They're not playing anyone
dare
with
say-
top half aspirations.
I dare say Mourinho will be letting them off the leash.
No,
As
it'll be a
the
1-0,
cliche goes. You reckon?
2-0 affair.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Interesting. I said 2-0, to be fair.
Then why are you so in such disbelief?
Well, because
with me?
I was contemplating going 3-0, but he balls to the wall on 1, maybe 2.
They're not playing a retarded West Ham, and they're not playing a terrible Crystal Palace at the time.
It's not anymore.
To be fair, Burnley beat Chelsea this
They
year,
did.
so
They did.
whatever.
Speaking of Burnley,
Please.
the next game, Man City versus Burnley.
Yeah? What do you think?
Look, I would love to see City drop points, but honestly, in the form they're in at the moment, I can't see that happening.
Absolutely.
I don't think any team in the Premier League is capable of taking points off them right now.
Oh, it'll happen sooner or later, but their depth is frightening.
So, yeah, they're bound to stuff up at some point. That's inevitable. But I don't think it'll be against Burnley.
You don't?
Look, Sean Dyche is running a tight ship with Burnley.
He does.
Obviously, they beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge already. They took points off
Liverpool and
Spurs. Was it,
Yeah, they drew with Spurs.
And then they beat Arsenal, or they beat Liverpool, and then they drew with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's top 4 teams that are dropping points to Burnley, and that's away from home too. That's not at Turf Moor. That's away.
Absolutely.
So Sean Dyche will be looking for a point, I would say,
And
and he'd be happy with that. Fine, mate.
any team-
Any manager at this point in time would be happy with a point against City.
Correct, especially
So-
away.
Yeah, I mean, I've still gone City to win 2-1. I think it'll be a stern test for City, but
I think it'll be 4-0 City.
This. All right, let it be known.
I think Pep will wish to give Sean Dyche the 5-snagger handshake, but will come just short.
That's terrible. Just give him 4 fingers and no thumb.
Not quite going to post a letter in him.
Give him the barracuda.
That's 3.
No, it's not. Could be. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, look, you can't see what we're doing right now.
No,
but we're both imitating what we think is a barracuda.
What I know is the barracuda.
Newcastle Crystal Palace.
Who cares?
Go on, tell me who you think is going to win. It's at St James's. I think Newcastle win.
I think
Personally?
Palace draw.
You think Palace draw?
I think Newcastle will lose.
But Rafa draws.
Rafa wins.
Okay, cool. Rafa
So he
wins.
gets bingo.
Do you reckon Newcastle get bought before the end of this week?
No.
No. Interesting. Do you reckon that'll happen before
It's not like...
Do you reckon that'll happen before January?
It's not a burger, mate. It doesn't happen overnight.
I'll buy it. Can't be that much, right?
Before January, I think so.
Yeah. Last game. Oh, no, it's not. There's still 3 more games. Southampton v West Brom.
Southampton, West. Surely Southampton.
Southampton at home.
Yeah,
I think Southampton win 1-0.
I think Southampton win 2-0. I think 2-1.
Yeah?
Yeah, Nathan Chadley's quite good.
Yeah. And they've still got that Krychowiak guy playing for them.
Yeah. How's our pre-season?
Mr. Anonymous. Anyway. Everton Arsenal.
Good question.
Also, could potentially, if either team turn up, could be a contender.
Could be the game of the week.
Could be
Who
a
knows?
Or it could be like Liverpool United this week and be.
I think it'd be 1-0 Arsenal.
You reckon Arsenal going to win?
Yeah.
Interesting. Score their second away goal for the season.
Yep.
Okay. I said 1-1. I said a draw.
Yeah, either of them. I would not be surprised. I'd be like, it would not be surprised either way. I think these are the games Arsenal tend to pick up points. They tend to do they tend to do okay against the middle of the table teams. It's the top teams they'll do terrible against, and then they'll thrash most of the bottom teams.
Yeah.
Then it's the occasional person like Stoke. They'll just go, oh well, we'll bend over and you guys go on top today.
Wet the bed.
Right.
And the final game of the week: Spurs v Liverpool at Wembley for a showdown.
At
Wembley.
that makes it a
Wembley showdown. It
Very
does.
good. Very good. Thoughts, feelings?
I think Spurs win.
Yeah.
Spurs haven't beaten Liverpool in their last 6 games.
Really
They've drawn 3 and lost 3.
interesting.
But I think this is the game.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Liverpool haven't been very Liverpool-like this year. They haven't beaten any top 4 team from last year.
No. Nope. I don't expect Pochettino to play against Liverpool like United did. Not least of all, obviously, because they're not playing at Anfield. But I would bank on Harry Kane scoring.
Would ya?
Yep. Assisted by either Eriksen or Ali.
Yeah, I think Tottenham are in too hot form,
Yep.
especially given their weak heroics.
Yep. Spirits would be high. You
Absolutely.
could say. I mean, like, you can't take away. I mean, Liverpool's also will be high. They scored 7.
Right, but against a Slovenian team, it's not like
they
you
didn't
went
play
to...
against Real Madrid.
Right, in Madrid.
Yeah. I think that's a wrap. Nico?
Could be a wrap. Thank you very much again for listening if you've made it this far. From everyone here at Good Footy Podcast.
We bid you farewell.